I have a question for you. What's healthier, being vegan or paleo? Being on a low-fat diet or a low-carb diet? And how come when two people are on the exact same diet, one of them becomes healthier, more vibrant, skinnier, and energetic, while the other becomes fatter, sicker, and lethargic? Well, the answer is in your blood. Hold on. Technical issues. All right. So the answer is in your blood. Hello, my name is Einav Miller. I'm a certified health coach. I help people achieve their optimal health through finding their own personalized diet according to their blood type. And today, I'm going to show you how you can find your own personalized, unique, specialized diet with your blood type that will help you eventually increase your energy levels, balance your weight, improve digestion, and even reduce stress. I'm going to do this through these 5 simple steps. Let's go through them very briefly. So first, how to reach superb health and fight diseases with sharing my own personal story. Then we're going to show you the way of how to find your own blood type, how to discover what's your blood type. Then we're going to go over the beneficial versus the harmful foods for each blood type and other factors that are impacted by your blood type. And lastly, we will finish with helping you how to build your own blood type plan to start feeling and seeing results. And did you know that 95% of people who go on a diet actually can't seem to hold it for the long run and go back to their old weight, their old habits, and sometimes gain even more? So one of the reasons might be is because the diet is too restrictive, but many times it's because the person doesn't know which foods are good for them and which foods are not. For example, people may consume the wrong foods for them because they think it's healthy, or they can avoid the good foods for them because they think it's unhealthy. And then they manage to not see the results they want. So let's dive in. First, let me share with you my personal story. Story of my story and both of my sisters. Yes, I used to be blonde once. So back in the day, a few years back, all of us decided to switch to a vegan diet for personal and moral reasons. In the beginning, we all saw an amazing change. We all started to feel better, to lose some weight, and to just be more energetic. But after a few months, a very miraculous and weird thing started to happen. While both of my sisters got healthier, skinnier, stronger, they were not as sick as they used to, I was seeing the exact opposite. I got sicker, my fingernails started to crack, I was lethargic and heavy, I had bad digestion, I had digestion issues. Moreover, I was experiencing deteriorating health. I had hypothyroidism all of a sudden, and worse, I had high acidity in my stomach, which led to a very violent bacteria called H. pylori, which can eventually lead to stomach cancer if not treated properly. I didn't know what I was doing wrong because I was eating the healthiest out of all 3 sisters. I was eating whole grains and legumes and quinoa and buckwheat and organic tofu and vegetables and fruit and superfoods. And I was still not seeing the results that they had seen. What was wrong, I asked myself. Then I came across the blood type diet. Over there it was explained that blood type O, my blood type, was tend to experience these medical issues when not eating the right diet. Hypothyroidism, problems with digestion, high acidity, and prone to H. pylori. I was shocked. This is exactly my case. How is it possible? And then when I switched to a different diet, according to my blood type, I had a 180-degree change. I actually started to see myself losing weight, having better energy, no problems with digestion, and all of my medical problems had gone away. This is when I realized that both of my sisters, who are different blood types than I am, they're A and AB, while I'm an O, they really needed their own special diet which did not fit my own. And this is why I didn't see the results that they had seen. And this goes to show the famous saying of one person's food is another person's poison. So moving forward, of how can you find out your own blood type? You have three main ways to do so. The first is to just call Magen David Adom. If you've donated blood in the past, you call this number, 24/7 phone line, and they can tell you, when you give your phone number and your ID number, they can tell you your blood type. If you haven't donated blood yet, you should do so. A second way of knowing your blood type is asking your doctor to get a blood test. Now, sometimes they'll be reluctant to do so, but especially for women, you can tell them you want to get pregnant and then they're obligated to let you do that test. And even if you're not a woman, they will most likely help you with that. And the last way to do so is actually to order your own home blood type test kit, home kit, that you can actually test it yourself with very simple instructions and see what is your blood type. So these are the ways. Now, let's go over the foods that are good for you and which are harmful, okay, just like poison. And this is how to eat right for your blood type. We will go over the biological markers and also the history markers of each blood type and see what is good and what is not that good. So we'll start with the oldest blood type O is the highest in the population. We call blood type O the hunter. Why? Because 50,000 BC, they were the hunter-gatherers. They used to hunt animals, pick, let's say, berries and herbs and special legumes, and they were thriving on a high protein diet and a low carb diet. And this is why the blood type diet for blood type O goes as such. So these are the beneficial foods for them. Lean organic red meat. And by the way, blood type O's are the only ones that have high levels of phosphatase. It's a digestive enzyme that helps them break down animal fat. And this is why many people that switch to, let's say, a paleo diet actually reduce their cholesterol levels and lose weight. Second food that is beneficial for you is ocean caught fish, because blood type O tend to have low thyroid function, just like I had hypothyroidism, and ocean caught fish have high levels of iodine, which helps your thyroid. Also, vegetables, most vegetables, especially leafy greens such as broccoli, parsley, spinach, and kale, and alkaline fruits such as figs and plums, because blood type O tends to have high acidity, so we need something to balance that acidity. Which are the harmful foods for them? Because they didn't grow their foods, there was no bread, so grains, and especially wheat, are the poison for them. The more they have it, the more tired and heavy and unhealthy that they will be. Second thing that you should avoid if you're blood type O is most dairy products. They make you and us become heavy, have problem with digestion, have bad skin. And also beans, okay? Most beans, such as red beans and navy beans, which are the small white beans, are harmful for blood type O as well. So high protein diet, low carb diet. Moving forward to the next blood type A. So blood type A are called the agrarians. Why? Because after all the prey was gone for blood type O, they started to move to different territories to find more food. And then they started the cities. They become agrarians and started to grow their own food. And this is why we call him the first vegetarian type. So because they used to grow their foods, they are more prone to whole grains, for example, like let's say wild rice, oatmeal, organic soy products, which was found to have anti-cancerous traits for blood type A. It could actually help you prevent and treat cancer if you're blood type A. Legumes, especially lentils of all kinds, and most vegetables apart from nightshades, which I will explain shortly. What are the harmful foods for blood type A? Because they have, unlike blood type O, they have low acidity and they don't have that enzyme that helps them break down the fat from animals, they cannot digest well red meat. Red meat is the poison of blood type A. Also, most dairy products are harmful for them. As I said, nightshade vegetables, which are tomatoes, bell peppers, potatoes, and eggplants, should be reduced or avoided. So this is blood type A. As you can see, very unlike blood type O. They are the almost exact opposite. And let's talk about blood type B. Blood type B were actually the populations that started to learn and conquer new lands, especially up in the mountains. So we call him the nomad, the one that travels with all the herds. And they used to feed off these herds, both their meat and their milk. And this is why blood type B is the first blood type that actually started to consume dairy products, meaning milk products. Why is that? We can see that in a very unique biomarker. I want you to look at blood type B, and this is actually, I'm going to make you little doctors right now. This is actually the sugar molecule on top of blood type B red cell. And it defines it to be blood type B. It's called D-galactosamine. What is the word that hides inside of galactosamine? Lactose. And that is why, unlike blood type O and type A, type B seem to digest and metabolize milk much better. This is because the primary sugar in the type B antigen is D-galactosamine, the same sugar present in milk. And this is the proof why many people that eat dairy products don't see the same problems as other people who do. And this was taken from the Naturopathic Kinesiology Center, by the way. So as we said, blood type B, they're kind of like B is imbalanced. They could be thriving off of both animal products and plant-based products, kind of like the combination of O and A. So beneficial foods for them that will make them feel more energetic are meats, especially lamb, mutton, and beef liver, fish, as we said, dairy products, okay, that they can digest easily and get all the nutrients from it, and most vegetables and fruit. Very, very balanced diet. What is harmful for type B? Very specific foods that they should avoid. We have corn, lentils, buckwheat, peanuts, sesame, and I want you to remember chicken. Chicken has a lectin, which is a compound of proteins, which is super harmful for blood type B. So this, and by the way, turkey is okay, but chicken is like poison for them. So just remember that not all meat products like red meat are unhealthy, while chicken, we were told that it's healthier than red meat. Depends to whom. This is the proof. And lastly, we have the newest blood type, the modern person in its essence, the Enigma, AB blood type. It's only in the last 1,000 years. So AB is the combination of A blood type and B blood type, for better and worse. But if you want to know who are they more like to, they're more like blood type A, meaning that they need more of a plant-based diet with a few exceptions. So these are the beneficial foods for them: organic soy products and fish, just like blood type A, specific dairy products, because like blood type B, they still can digest some dairy products, and fruit, especially grapes of all colors and watermelon. Harmful foods for them, red meat. Just like blood type A, they have low acidity, so they cannot consume and digest red meat properly, but they can have a bit more than blood type A because they still have the B antigen. Chicken, just like B, buckwheat and corn. So they should just follow these instructions very carefully. because it's not a general thing, it's very specific. Other factors that blood types are impact. So blood type can actually impact the type of physical activity that is best for you and that you can reach the best results. So that is because of the hormonal release of each blood type. For example, blood type O releases much more adrenaline, and if he wants to reduce it, they need intense physical activities such as aerobics, high intensity interval training, CrossFit, running. But other blood types, if you give them intense physical activity, they have migraines, they'll get confused. It's not good for them. They need the mental balance of the physical activity, like blood type A. They need more calm and focused physical activities such as yoga, tai chi, swimming, or stretching. And it was shown that high levels of cortisol, which is the hormone that blood type A releases the most, could be reduced through yoga. This is one of the best ways to reduce the cortisol hormone and to reduce stress. So this is the physical activity. Other things that are impacted by your blood type are you're prone to diseases. For example, it was shown, research show that AB blood type are more prone to dementia at a later age. Blood type O, for example, is more prone to ulcers and H. pylori and hypothyroidism. Blood type A is more prone to viruses or different types of cancer, such as stomach cancer, and you have research to back it up. And blood type B are more prone to, let's say, unique diseases such as lupus, multiple sclerosis, and type 1 diabetes. And I think that the pandemic showed it the most clearly, is that, as we said, type A is more prone to different viruses. It has lower immunity. So many studies showed throughout the entire year of the coronavirus that blood type A is associated with higher risk of COVID-19, while blood type O was shown to be the most protected out of them and actually needed less ventilizing and days in the ER, even after catching COVID-19. So this is amazing to see how your blood type can actually impact so many factors in your life. And lastly, if you want to know how to start your diet plan according to your blood type, I would suggest to use a technique called crowding out. Instead of saying no to all the harmful foods, which creates kind of an urge to eat them, I would suggest you to eat more of the beneficial foods without avoiding anything. And then after 2 weeks of doing that, start to reduce the harmful foods. And you will see how your energy levels increases, how your digestion works better. You will see yourself losing weight if you have excess weight, and you will actually feel much better. And I speak from experience. This is a big study that was done on 6,617 people, all being given different blood type diets according to their own blood types, and see how around 75% of each group reported an improvement in balancing their weight, energy levels, and digestion. By the way, losing weight was the highest thing that happened for them. And I just want to show you some reports, some actual photos from people who I know or from people from around the world that have been on the blood type diet. And the most important thing to remember when you're starting a new diet, can it last for more than a few years? So this is Rafi, actually being 1 year on the blood type diet. This is my own personal journey, being 5 years on the blood type diet, and I can actually report that it's been 5 years and I haven't been sick once. That's even better than losing weight. You have Angela here, being 6 years on the blood type diet, or Debbie, being 9 years on the blood type diet. Look at her on the left, look at her on the right. And this is a lifestyle. This is not a short-term diet. And I want to show you this amazing photo of Stefan being 21 years on the blood type diet. Looks like a complete different person. So in conclusion, the answer to better health, to improve digestion, to higher energy levels, to lower stress is in your blood type. And I welcome you to join thousands of people who are already seeing this change, to start feeling better, to become less sick, to prevent yourself from being prone to diseases, and to start living the life that you deserve through your blood type.